Did your approach change in between albums then to songwriting? Because you say the focus was more on the songs the second time around?
Yeah. It was always songwriting. It was always about songs.
Yeah.
But I think it became more focused, I think.
Yeah.
It became more like, let's cut the extra stuff that doesn't really serve the song.
Right.
And just do what's right for the song. Okay. The newer album it's a lot more shorter songs. But we managed to put more substance into a shorter time and have more to say musically rather than taking 5-6 minutes and stretching out and not really saying as much.
Right.
That's kind of how I feel.
What was the first song that ended up on the record that was kind of written in this approach?
On the new record?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe, I don't know, City of Light maybe, or one of those, like, because there's a couple older ones that were written like a while ago, but as far as a different approach taken on the new record.
To songwriting or to recording or to playing?
And to recording, in terms of focusing on the songwriting, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like laying it down in a way that focuses the whole thing. Yeah,
I think the whole kind of album is a representation of that. I mean, even down to the live recordings, it's kind of a different way we approached it. It didn't affect the song. We had the songs going into the recording, but there's a lot of tracks that sound nothing like the first one. It's not like a lot of ways were described, I guess you could say that. There's a lot of things that are unique, like City of Light. Hercules is a track that's unique. Things like that.
Okay. And yeah, when it came to Here Come the Girls, I think it was initially slated to be released in 2013, and then I'm not sure how much you like to talk about it, but it kind of something came in between. So I believe you sustained some injuries after a hit and run.
100%.
So what kind of did that to the momentum of the band?
I mean, you know, there's not a lot of us in the band, so like it was tough because we couldn't play the shows. We had shows booked. I ended up in a coma after the accident, and then had to take time. You know, I had skull taken out. Wasn't supposed to really make it. Wasn't supposed to walk. Severe brain damage, and then I made it. I woke up, remembered stuff, could start talking. The doctors were freaked out, but it was a miracle. So, you know, if anything, you know, you take time off, but we also went right back on the road and did the most touring, the biggest shows, you know, kind of exceeded things that we'd done before, sort of very shortly after that, and we'd have been a band for years before that. So it might have actually given us fire, really, in the end. I mean, if you look at it perspective-wise. And I know for playing, it adds perspective to the reality that life isn't promised, tomorrow is not promised.
And in terms of the music then, because I believe, was the album pretty much done by that time?
It was done.
It was all done, mixed, mastered, ready to go.
So
before the accident.
When after the accident, did anything change on the record? Did you add something after?
No. It was when we were done, I was like, it was the proudest thing I've ever been a part of, for me.
Yeah, we changed around maybe some sequence things, this song before this song.
Oh, okay.
But nothing on the actual recordings was changed. We didn't, you know.
The music itself was when we did it, we were like, this is amazing. And then when I came out, actually, it was really inspiring because I forgot that we did it. Okay. So then I heard it and I was like, who is this? This is really good. It was the band, the London Souls. I was like, oh, this is great. Like, we should this has got to get out. So we're really happy that now it's finally out.
What was it for both of you? What was it like then the first time after the accident happened to be back on stage again? Did it feel as natural as it did before?
It was intense.
It's intense. I mean, that's what do you call it? I don't know. It was pretty I felt like I was levitating. It was pretty heavy.
It's because you just had a plate put in.
That's true. I literally a month before the first show had surgery to put a plate in my head. So it was a month and 5 days after.
Been levitating.
Yeah, so it was the first time I jumped.
Okay.
That show. So yeah, and I could barely I had a hard time walking around. So it was healing, you could say.
Right.
The fact that I could stand like that and yell, I hadn't even sung. I was not. I was not medically allowed to really.
Yeah. So it's a physical. You know, it's like we'd been out of shape
Right.
physically.
Right.
Our
Right.
shows are it's a very physical thing to play live all the time and traveling. So it took some getting used to get back into like physically exerting that.
Absolutely.
You know, but musically, nothing really changed. It wasn't. I mean, it grew, but it didn't. We didn't feel like musically limited, other than just a little out of practice. But not, you know, not really much.
And then, well, these songs are. I think then they were recorded in 2013 or even earlier. So do they feel now as old songs?
Nah.
No, because songs that when we write songs, we only finish them if we know they're gonna last, or if like, we know they're gonna be good a couple of years from now. You know a good song when it's done. Good songs tend to last, and bad songs don't. Luckily, I think we have the instinct to know when to finish good ones.
Yeah.
Do you know while writing the songs? Do you know, for instance, if you take the album, is there a song where you know immediately while writing it, okay, this is...
Sometimes you think you do, but I think time really tells, and also perspective when you hear it in different lights. You know, you can sit there with the guitar and enjoy it for what it is, but then listening back, you know, over time as you sit with it, some things you're not as happy with, and but then sometimes you sit with it and it grows on you and you realize that it's really good. I don't know if instantaneously it's hard to say. You know?
What is a song that you kind of look forward to playing live then, if there is one?
From the new album?
Yeah.
Look forward to playing live.
Or you notice that people react to it a certain way that it does well?
Oh, well, it's different every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
People react to different things, especially, you know, been to different countries, different states and stuff. Some parts of the world love this song, some parts of the world love this song, and you never know.
And for you yourself then, like I said, are there some that kind of that
We
you
like them all,
playing?
I think.
Yeah,
I think we like playing them all.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, like traveling and touring. So we did a show and someone was like, I wanted to hear this song, and like we didn't play it. And then we did this other show and this guy's like, I wanted to hear this song, and it's like, well, you know, and we're glad that people. That's a good thing. We like variety,
Right?
So.
And actually, you know, thinking of that, like a lot of bands play the same set and the same songs over and over. We get pretty sick of that, so we like to change it up. Every single set is different. So if we go 4 shows without playing one of the songs, it's like, oh, let's do that one. We haven't done that. Like we like to keep it rotating because we like playing all of them. They all bring out different things in what we do, and we like them all. So it's not, you know.
And it's also because you mentioned the way you like to record it, and it's kind of a live feeling. So I assume that helps then when you want to translate them to
Right. It's pretty easy to do it, because if we can't play it and sit down and feel it, then we're not going to record it. You know, we're not going to like write a song by pressing play on a drum machine and then having a pad go over it, and that's the foundation. You know, and then what are you going to do live? Well, I guess you got to bring a laptop with you everywhere. Like that's how bands tour now. A lot of bands, and that's just not a part of that's not a part of our like live presentation. If we can't play the song and it doesn't feel good to play it, we're not going to record it and we're not going to play it live. You know.
Finally, then, are you already writing new songs, or are you always continuously writing?
Yeah, we've been writing the whole time.
It's kind of like a journey. You don't stop. Like if you're really a songwriter, like you gotta always write songs. So
it's just about picking the ones.
Picking the ones you want to do, put on the record, and when you get an opportunity to make the record. So hopefully we're ready to. We have songs. It's just a matter of getting in the studio and putting it out. And we have more music that we're gonna put out. That have new songs that's already in the can.
And sometimes we play new songs that we haven't recorded yet live. Surprise people.
And is there then a certain direction that these songs are taken in, or is it different for each one?
I'd say they're better.
I mean it's growth. They're all different. I don't know if you could really peg everything the same, because lyrically they're different. They're all about different things. I think it's an evolution. It's different.
The growth, you know, it's always trying to improve its songwriting upon the next. But then some of them are even simpler. Some of them are revisiting older songs with a new approach. As we grow as musicians, the older songs, we realize that they're actually brilliant. You know, the first thing you sat down and wrote is, wow, that's actually really good. So it's always different.
And what happened to you 2 years ago, is that an inspiration in terms of songwriting, or is that something that...
Yeah, I think it would have to get in there some way. I'm not the kind of guy, I don't think we're really topical songwriters, like pre-conceptually, so we're never like, well, today I'm gonna write a song about getting hit by cars and it's gonna be great, and like, that's never gonna happen. But if you write a song and things come out therapeutically or whatever it is, then yeah, I mean, some songs you could definitely correlate to that, but you'd have to wait and listen to it.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.